Hey folks, we are about to get going on another session of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And I'm glad you could come out and watch Dorcas Malorcas's adventures. Okay. So, quick recap. We have been asked by Caius Cosides, who is the head of the Emperor's Secret Service here in Morrowind, to check out the Nerevarine cult, find out a little bit about it. So we went to who he said was an expert on it, Sharn Gramuzgob, but she's not going to help us until we do a favor for her. So she wants us to get a skull from the Andrano ancestral tomb. Because clearly she's a necromancer, which is bad news in Morrowind. The locals don't like that at all. Anyway, we are going to try and find the Andrano ancestral tomb, and I'm just going to recheck my directions since it's been a few days. So it's south of Pelagiad, just off the road before you reach the fork that goes southwest. Okay. So it's not going to be far from here, because that's Satanine right there, which we took the Silt Strider to. Pick these mushrooms. We got a little Quama Forager looking for a fight. Sorry, little dude. And we will eat that. Cliff Racer on his way. Maybe he hasn't spotted us. Alright, so there's Pelagiad. This must be the fork. Yeah, so Vivek and Satanine. So they said it's right before this fork in the road. So let's see if we can find it. Should be... Oh, those are pretty easy directions. Hopefully this is the Andrano ancestral tomb. And it is. Just refresh ourselves. And in we go. And first thing, we've got a dead body. And we'll take any gold we find in his pockets. We'll get our bound battle axe back because I see a ghost. Okay, took care of him. We'll eat that ectoplasm. We're going to eat all the bone meal we find in the urns. No one checks these, so they'll be fine. We'll take a left, I guess. Skeleton. He pulled a bow out of nowhere. Okay. Couple skeletons. He's got spark arrows, which are worth quite a bit of money. 6 gold apiece, and when there's a big stack of them, eat that bone meal. Make sure we are practicing our alchemy at all times. Just going to eat every ingredient that isn't worth a lot of money and doesn't have harmful effects. And bone meal is definitely edible. Armorer's hammer. See if we got anything that can be repaired. Really shouldn't be carrying that kind of stuff around. It's just dead weight for the most part. As long as we do a decent job of keeping ourselves with our equipment in good shape, we won't have to do it in the middle of nowhere. Oh. Alright. We have leveled up, so we gotta find somewhere without enemies to rest. Or at least somewhere far enough away from enemies that we can rest. So maybe just outside the entrance of the tomb. Okay. Let's rest here. Level 9. And back in. Get our axe back. I guess we can open this door before we go down the other way. Take care of you. He's got some arrows we can take. Ooh, big pit there. Can't quite see. Might be able to float down there. Do we have slow fall? We don't, but we do have levitate. We can levitate our way down. Because that looks like more fun. No ghosties or ghoulies. Got a dagger, a sack with some ingredients in it. Pretty worthless book. Skeleton we're sneaking up on from behind. Doesn't really have any good gear. We gotta watch these bone walkers. They can damage our strength stat. It doesn't look like he did that, so we are good. Again, just gonna eat all the ingredients we can. Heather we're going to need for a quest later, so we're gonna hang on to that. Got a book that's worth a bit of money. Let's see, anything good in here? Just get rid of that. Okay, we've been in this room. So where's the skull? Let's check our journal again. So, Sharn told us that there may be many skulls in the tomb, but we'll have no problem recognizing Lelvu's skull because of the ritual markings on it. I guess we're going to have to start inspecting skulls. It's not the one with the candle. Maybe we missed it down in that altar kind of room. Oh, there it is. The skull of Levuel Andrano. Little magic dagger that's not really worth taking. Okay. So we are good. Heal ourselves. And did we set a recall in Balmora or somewhere else? Let's find out. Looks like we're in Aldrune. That's okay. We can go to the Mages Guild and get zipped over to the Balmora Mages Guild, which is where Sharn is hanging out. A little bit foggy here today. And the guild guide is down this way. And she'll teleport us. Oh, why my dialogue is squished. There we go. Travel to Balmora, please.
Good to see you. Do you need
And Sharn should be hanging out over here.
You can speak freely.
Okay, Sharn. She'll take the skull. Perfect for what she has in mind. Thank you. So, as promised, she will answer our questions about the Nerevarine cult. So, the Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero Nerevar will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesied Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the Tribunal Temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw this cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Take this copy of my notes for Caius. Okay. So, let's ask about, because we actually ran into a little thing about this last session. Because the temple, which we are ascending the ranks in, asked us to go convince a false incarnate that he is not the Nerevarine, which is Nerevar Reborn. And we skipped it because I wanted to advance the main quest a little bit, but we have heard of this before. So Sharn says that the temple refers to anyone who claims to be the Nerevarine as a false incarnate. And the temple treats these persons as insane. The temple guard pursue and imprison them for their own protection. And the temple has reported that the most recent false incarnate, a girl child named Peakstar, has died, but they've produced no body, and skeptics are suspicious of the temple's claims. So Peakstar. Yeah. Apparently they just reported she's dead, and no one has offered any proof that she is. So who was Nerevar? He was a first-age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader, and he formed the first council which united the Dunmer houses against foreign invaders, which were apparently aided by the traders of House Dagoth, which we learned about last session. He triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle. So the reincarnated Nerevar is known as the Nerevarine, or the Incarnate. Tell me a little more about the cult. Oh, she just says reader notes. So, the prophecies. She says that Ashlander culture honors dream visions and prophecy, unlike the Temple and Western religions, which regard visions and prophecy as primitive superstition. So Ashlander wise women interpret dreams and visions, pass them on to succeeding generations. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the Stranger. Did you know that Nerevar was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan under Moon and Star? Nerevar swore his promise to honor the ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights on this magical ring. Okay. Let's ask her about necromancers again. Okay, she says she's definitely not a necromancer. Even though she keeps asking us to do necromancy type errands for her. I guess she doesn't need that skull for necromancy. It's just going to be a decoration. And her rumor, we asked about rumors, is that the mage Ajira made a bet with the other mage, Galbadir, about who would get to the rank of journeyman first. And they've been at each other's throats since they got here over who's the better mage and whether Khajiit are better thieves than Bosmer. Ajira is the
I have the finest spells in
potion maker over here. Let's talk to her. So she says she did make a bet with Galbadir that she would be a journeyman first. Now she has to study mushrooms and write a report. She also wants us to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Okay. So she wants me to put a fake soul gem in Galbadir's desk. And Galbadir should be coming down to talk to someone down here, so we just need to wait for her to be away.
Such good company. Welcome.
We'll look casual. Oh yeah, here she comes. All right, we'll go up to her desk. And we're going to put the fake soul gem we got from Ajira in the desk. And we are not strapped for cash, so I'm not going to rob her blind. So let's go report to Ajira that the deed is done.
Good to see you. Do you need my services?
I did. I put it in the desk. She says she'll definitely win the bet now. And now she wants us to go get flowers for her. She wants gold cannet, stoneflower, willow anther, and heather. Hopefully I have collected all of these. Gold cannet, stoneflower. Do I have willow anther and heather? Okay, I do have them already, which is good. I thought ahead. Here are your flowers, Ajira. So she's going to write a report on their magical properties, and she gave us some potions in return. She says she has a lot of work to do, and we need to get a ceramic bowl for her. All right. Lots of errands, but it helps the Mages Guild like us better. Let's read Sharm's report to Caius Cosides. Nervarine Cult Notes. So, yep. They believe Nerevar will be reborn. He's going to reestablish the traditional ways of the Dunmer people. He's going to cast down the false gods of the Tribunal Temple. I can see why the Temple doesn't like this belief. Drive all Outlanders from Morrowind, which is why the Empire doesn't like it. It's persecuted and remains a secret cult, so it's hard to judge how widespread it is. Or if it has any following outside of the Ashlanders. So the Nerevarine is Nerevar, who's going to return, restore the ancient glory of Morrowind, which used to be called Resdane. They criticize the modern settled peoples that they've abandoned the traditional ways. They've forsaken ancestor worship for the false gods of the Tribunal. You know, decadent, all that stuff. The temple actually does honor Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, and he was a companion of Vivek, Almalexia, and Sothasil, who are the three tribunal gods. But he was killed due to the treachery of House Dagoth at the Battle of Red Mountain a few thousand years ago. But the Ashlanders claim that he promised them that he was going to return to the ancient ways, and they believe that he will be reborn and do that. Yeah, that's more or less it. He had a magic ring called One Clan Under Moon and Star. Okay, so here's the prophecy, the stranger. So it says, when the earth is sundered and skies choked black. Well, actually, I'm Orcish Jesus. And shh, the viewers may not know where this is headed yet. Um, so, when the earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the seven curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him. Prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Okay, so that's the prophecy. And the Ashlanders also believe that some prophecies have been lost. But some people may think they may have been deliberately forgotten or suppressed. So apparently, the lost prophecies, the seven curses, and the seven visions of seven trials of the incarnate are all the names of the lost prophecies. Maybe someday they'll be found and we'll find out about them. I don't know. Well, let's go report to Caius. I just don't see what any of this has to do with us.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
And Caius is across the river here.
Wealth beyond
Yep.
measure.
Nothing to do with me, Oprah. I'm just running errands.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
And here's Caius's house.
Hello there.
Hey, man. Uh, yeah. Give him the notes on the Nerevarine cult. Oh, he's promoting me to Blade's Apprentice. He says he'd like some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for me. So if I'd like to get in a little freelance adventuring, go ahead, and he'll have new orders whenever I come back, whenever I feel ready. He gave me some scrolls, which is good. That's nice. All right. Guess we can head over to Saran and deal with that false incarnate that we were going to deal with earlier. Now that we've got a little more background on it. So someone is claiming to be Nerevar reborn in the town of Saran, and our job is to go convince him that he's wrong. Maybe he'll convince us and we'll become his follower. Actually, do I have anything else to clean up first?
Where would you like to go?
Got a bunch of stuff to unload. I'm going to try and sell my stuff before I go over there. Got a bunch of arrows to get rid of. Oh, and Ajira asked me to get that silver bowl, so I can probably do that at Revere here. Hey, Revere.
We'll make special deal, yes.
Okay. He says he does have a ceramic bowl. Decorative bowl. There's a ceramic bowl. Oh, and he has no gold, so I must have cleaned him out earlier. So So let's go over to the armorer here and see if we can sell to him. Meldor. He's got some gold. Take these arrows. And all these hammers. I don't need the hammers. Okay, Ajira. We've got your bowl.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Keep ourselves arrested.
At your service,
It
Outlander.
needs potions?
Oh no, stolen reports. Galbadir stole her reports on the properties of local mushrooms and flowers. They must be nearby because Galbadir did not leave the Mages Guild. Well, here's your bowl. We'll ask around about the reports. So what does Massalini say? Oh yeah, the Mages Guild is cutthroat dog-eat-dog political maneuvering from start to finish. So Massaline says she saw Galbadir come in and take the reports. She put one of them under the dresser in the bedrooms just outside the door, but she doesn't know what she did with the other ones. All right.
I have the finest spells in
So if Estirdelin will get out of our way, we can go get them. Come on, lady. Are you working with Galbadir? She must be. Well, we'll ask her. Do you know anything about the stolen reports? Oh, she doesn't even have the topic. Well, I'm not going to ask Galbadir about them. But I am going to ask this guy right in front of her. He saw her carrying the scroll up to her desk. Yeah, that's
Magic
fair.
is my speciality. How can I help
You didn't expect me to do this. Woo.
Dignity of it all.
Oh, there's the report. The flower report. Fly back over. No one in the Mages Guild expected me to know how to levitate. So the other one she brought up near her desk. Let's ask Rannis here. She says, back when she was apprentice, we had to find our own reports when a jealous rival stole them. But she saw Galbadir rummaging around the sacks and barrels across from the stairway. And there's the mushroom report. Excellent. Galbadir's nefarious plot has been thwarted.
Good to see you. Do you need my services?
Here you go, Ajira. Ajira is our friend always. She made us some really nice potions. Excellent. And she does not have any more duties for me until I am a warlock in the guild. I have to be promoted a few times. She says Rannis has duties, but she doesn't like Rannis much. But maybe I could go talk to Edwina Albert at the Guild of Mages in Aldrune. I may do just that. Let's go to Aldrune. We'll ask Edwina if we're ready for a promotion too, actually. There she is down there.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, we got 2 promotions. We're up to Evoker. So, she's looking for a copy of the rare dwarven book Chronicles of Neshulift. It is simply essential to her research. She gave me $250 to buy it. All right.
What was that about?
Let's go to the bookstore here in town.
Tidings and goodwill.
So I think there's one near Scar.
What is it?
Which is the giant hollowed out Emperor crab shell over here. That is also where the seat of House Redoran power is. That's the bookstore. Okay, my friend. Chronicles of Nishulith. He says it's very rare, but I might find a copy in Vivek. All right, so we are heading to Vivek. The big city. And the guild guide can take us there too.
Have you any news?
Take us to Vivek, lady. Okay, Trebonius here. Still working on that job for you, man.
A pleasure to meet you.
Trebonius has asked us to find out why the dwarves disappeared. It's only a several thousand-year-old mystery. I'm sure we will be able to solve it.
What is this regarding, Orc?
I want to know about books. Okay, there might be a bookshop downstairs.
What's your story?
I think Jobasha's rare books might have what we are looking for. Yep, yep. Yeah, we'll get all these mysteries solved. What happened to the dwarves? What happened to the mushroom report? Jobasha, where's your bookstore? I thought it was up here, but I could be wrong. It might be downstairs. I think it's downstairs. So it's in here somewhere, I think. Just look for the bookstore sign.
Wealth beyond measure.
I think this is it. Yep. Jobasha's rare books. It's full of books. It's got a temple guard
Go on about your business.
just hanging out. Hey, Jobasha. So Jobasha is all about the books. He knows a little bit about everything, but he doesn't have very many conversation topics. All right. He says, perhaps I have a copy of this book. He does. We will buy it, and we'll sell some scrolls to him too, because we really don't need to carry them around. We know those spells.
What do you
Okay. Now we can recall back to Aldrune. Because I thought ahead this time. We'll see what else Edwina wants us to do. Hopefully something more interesting than fetching books. Like fetching 2 books.
Ah, friend, how does the day greet you?
Okay, she's just here moonwalking.
What can I do for you, friend?
Here's the book. She says it's invaluable. What else has she got for us? She says she's waiting on a detect creatures potion from Skinkin' Tree's Shade in Sadrith Mora. Go fetch it. All right. So we're going to go to Sadrith Mora, which is the capital of House Telvanni territory. They are the mysterious and secretive wizard lords of the Dunmer.
All right.
I'm sure.
Mostly they just want to be left alone. Skinkin' Tree's Shade. I've come for the potion. Let's ask him about Trebonius. Everyone's got an opinion about the current Mages Guild Master. Skinkin' Tree's Shade says that it's rumored he was promoted to his current position to get him out of the capital city. He says it's a shame that men can have power without wisdom. It is different for us lizards.
Welcome, traveler. Speak freely.
These two are having a very intense conversation. All right. Just going to go back to Aldrune.
What can I help you with?
Here's your potion. So, she says Sir Lonway in the Vivek Mages Guild has somehow acquired a copy of Chimarvimidium, the 6th volume of Merebar Soul's Ancient Tales of the Dwemer. Well, I guess we'd better go borrow that copy from Sir Lonway. I'm sure she's going to have something interesting for us after this. Back to Vivek. Fetch this, fetch that. Sir Lonway's room is here.
Well, what have we here?
She says she's never heard of that book. Let's ask her about Trebonius. She says, I don't care what he asked you to do. The best thing for all of us is to ignore that scuttlehead. Last year, he asked her to learn the language of the Siltstrider so that we could question them about who they took to different cities. I like him. He's kind of an outside-the-box thinker. So I just closed myself in her closet, where she has a locked chest. And I'm going to unlock it. And since she can't see me while I'm in her closet, even though she saw me go in her closet, I can grab the book that Edwina wants. And I'm going to be nice and not completely rob her blind. Whoops. Uh-oh, I'm stuck in a door. Oh no! Time to unstick myself. There we go. Thank you, console commands. Well, to be fair, Cyberpunk 2077 is not a finished game. And to be fair to Morrowind, Morrowind's 20 years old. But if they see you take it, they do get angry. So the guild guide here says that Trebonius asked her to make an inventory of all plates and bottles on the island. Wow. Yeah. I think CD Projekt was riding high on how amazing Witcher 3 was, and they just told themselves that they couldn't fail, and they failed hard. Should have just been honest, said it needed time, delayed it for a year. It's what the Bloodlines 2 team has done, and I'm really glad. Because hopefully we'll actually get a working, playable game out of it. But yeah, I haven't played Cyberpunk yet, but everything I've read about it makes me not want to play it until like a year or two down the line when it's got a Game of the Year edition patch that fixes everything. Here's the book, Edwina. So she says, if I want a promotion, I have to pay my guild dues. So I guess I'll pay them. All right. So she says, there's some sort of disturbance at a Mages Guild member's hut in Margan. So we're going to go there.
Hello there.
How fare thee, friend? Do you need something?
And I think this guy will take me to Margan. He will.
We make a special trip just for you.
So we'll ask about Hulin's hut. He says it's outside the town walls to the southeast near the shrine. So that's it there. Let's find out what the disturbance is. Oh, we got a scamp. Hostile scamp. Goodbye, scamp. Oh, he's got a key. And this place is trashed. What have you done, scamp? Wow. Absolutely trashed. And there's a pile of clothes here. And a mostly naked guy. Listian Beerles.
What do I owe this pleasure?
Is the scamp really gone? Thank you. This is all my fault. He says, at first the scamp did everything I told him, but he tricked me. He wasn't really under my control. Then he started tearing the place up, and he took all my clothes, and I locked myself in this closet. It's been horrible. I don't want to be a sorcerer anymore. So this is Hulin's apprentice who got in over his head, I guess. Anyway, that's all that was going on. So we can go back to Edwina and tell her that, whoops. Get out of here. Should have expected it. So we'll go back to Edwina and tell her that was pretty uneventful. The poor guy got assaulted by a scamp. Back to Aldrune. Keep that fatigue topped off. Don't want to get tired.
Welcome. Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Okay. Julian's apprentice summoned a scamp. That's it? I can't believe I was distracted for something so trivial. She gave me a couple scrolls. That's great. Alright, she says I need to sneak that book back into Sir Lonway's room. So I'm going to do that. A lot of really high stakes, deadly quests in the Mages Guild.
Can I be of service? First,
Alright, don't mind me. I'm just going into your closet. Okay. Here we go. Goodbye. Mission accomplished. Back to Aldrune to report to Edwina. Hey! How's it going, Duke? And all the buildings in Morrowind are fancy. Or at least strange.
friend, I enjoy the company.
Okay. So she says... Oh, and I got a promotion to Magician. That's great. Now her research has shown her the location of some Dwemer ruins, and she'll be asking me to travel to some dangerous places. Finally something interesting. Food helps with tired. She wants to study a Dwemer tube. So she wants me to go to Arkingthunsterndoms. Bring back a Dwemer tube for her to study. I better be delicious for $35. That's Toronto pizza prices. So, to get to Arkingthunsterndoms, we're going to go to Aldvalathi and follow the coast to the west. Okay. Oh, I actually already have a Dwemer tube. Here you go. She says, great. Now she can study the Bethurks the dwarves wrote about. She's impressed by my dedication to scholarship. Well, something like that is nice once in a while as a treat. I do appreciate a really good pizza. What else have you got for me? She says she's wondering if I might check up on her colleagues in the Dwemer rune of Nishulftingth. 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 I'm working on my dwarf pronunciation. She says the last excavation report is long overdue. Her colleague Senilius Cadiasis is engaged in official imperial research there. You're supposed to give her an excavation report every month, but he has not sent one this month. So get over there and find out what's going on. And I can get there by going around the mountains near Saran, heading northeast along the Foyada, or I can start in Molag Mar and head northwest towards Mount Cand. Go north around Mount Cand along the north side of the Foyada. So this sounds like it's going to be a trek. Did it get marked on my map? Okay. Ooh, it is quite a trek. Let's see. See if the Silt Strider will take us to Molag Mar at the very least.
What can I
Don't
may I
remember.
help you?
You can take me to Margan, Nisus, Kul, or Balmora. None of these. Well, Balmora's closer. Let's go to Balmora, and from Balmora we can get to
Where would you
Saran.
like to go?
Well, they don't just domesticate it. I don't believe they are domesticated, Oprah. Hang on. It's far, far more horrifying. So let's levitate up and take a look at this Silt Strider. What they have done is they have carved a hole into the carapace and exposed the innards, and they have put spikes into the Silt Strider's brain, which they manipulate to steer it. They basically gave it a lobotomy, and they poke its brain in the right spot. Whoops, levitate wore off. They poke its brain in the right spot to make it go the direction they want it to go. It's absolutely horrifying. Yeah.
Why walk when you
Morrowind is a wild ride, gentlemen. Okay, back to Saran. Okay, so they say go around the mountains. So this is the guy, I believe, that we have to convince that he is a false incarnate and not actually the Nerevarine. All right, we can't convince him yet. So let's see. Let's ask about rumors, because there is an interesting thing going on that we can hear about. Not the Rogue Telvanni base. Do we actually have the quest already? Oh, we do. So we heard a rumor here that there's a crazy guy on a hill nearby who seems dangerous but hasn't hurt anyone yet. Anyway, we're going to zip over and maybe we'll see this guy. We're just going to levitate right up. We're going to try hard not to fall on our ass this time. Over the hills. Okay. Now, we are looking for a madman. Oh, here he is. Umbra. Maybe we can deal with him.
What was that?
Maybe someday. Playing this in the Skyrim engine would be amazing. Umbra, have you come seeking me? My name is unimportant. My accomplishments are few. What is the use of knowing my name? If it will make you more comfortable, you may call me Umbra. It is the name of my blade, though it may as well be mine. What are my accomplishments in the whole of this world? I've traveled from one end of the land to the other. I have killed creatures that could stop a man's heart with but a look. I have the blood of men and myrrh uncountable on my hands. I have seen the atrocities of war and the hideous excess of peace. There is nothing left for me in this world. I have seen the wholesale slaughter of men, women, entire races of people. Villages have burned before my eyes. My hand has held the torch, and my hand has thrown water on the flames. I have been ankle deep in blood, swinging Umbra in a wide arc, all for the glory of battle, and here I still stand. I have no more to do in this life. I have saved whole towns from packs of Daedra. I have slaughtered men for the glory of countless nobles. All that is left for me is my own death, and the gods have cheated me of that. All I ask is to die like a warrior. But how can that be? I don't believe it is too much to ask to die as a warrior should, in battle. It is my curse, though, that I have found no one who can best me in combat. Are you that one? Can you come and lift me from these shackles of life? Come then and be the new wielder of Umbra. Alright, let's give him the death he deserves. He's gonna kick our butt. We should have had our axe out before. So yeah, he's a bit of a badass. Let's take our axe out before the conversation this time. It's Morrowind. The rules are different here. No! Okay. Well, clearly we are not ready to give him the death he deserves. Maybe I've got a spell that can help. No. We're just gonna have to come back for this. He's scary. But you know, as a fellow orc, I understand his desire. It's just not right to die of old age. My marksman? My marksman is 15. I'm not going to pepper him with arrows, but let's see if I might be able to blast him with some spells, but he is an orc, which means he's going to be resistant. Where did I lose him? Where'd he go, guys? It's up here. So he's got natural spell resistance, just like us. But I think you might be onto something with this levitate idea. Yeah, we need to Indiana Jones him. All right, let's try this again. We're going to get our axe out. We are going to... Whoops. Okay, we're going to get our axe out. We are going to levitate. Now we're going to talk to him. He's going to give a speech about seeing everything, and he just wants to die like a warrior. And we are going to float out of his way. We're going to try floating out of his way. All right. And from up here, we're going to blast him. We can hit him. Oh, yeah. This is going to work. We're out of magic already. Well, do we have a potion that can help us with that? We do. Uh-oh, we're falling off the rock. He's gonna get us. Let's heal ourselves. Oh yeah, he's gonna try and climb up here and get us. Come here, man. Oh no, my axe is gone. It's not for us today. We'll see you later, though, man. So let's go check out that Dwarven ruin. This is also the Dwarven ruin that Caius' friend told us to say hi to someone at. Oh, we got a cave. Should we check out the cave? Let's see what it's called at least. Satiran. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to continue. See if we can find this ruin that we're after. Northeast. Follow the Foyada. Uh-oh. This thing. One of these things. Yeesh. Okay, the ground is starting to smoke here. That's always a good sign. Oh, flowers. Take that. Oh, okay. We got lava. Straight up lava. Gonna have to make a eastward turn. Hopefully I don't have to go cross country. I can keep using these Foyada pathways, but... Oh, come on. Get out of here. Goodbye. Come here. Okay, our axe has disappeared. We better bring it back. Well, I can't see the ruins yet. Might just be too foggy. They're not too far now. We are going to try not to fall in the lava. I see something there. Wild guar. There's a building there, but that is not Dwarven. So it's something else. There'll be an entrance somewhere. We won't be able to get into it from up here. There'll be like a cave entrance. You know, every time they've tried to make one, it just ups the difficulty by way too much, Obra. Mababby. Mababy. Yeah, I'm going to call it Mababy. But there is the Chulifdinth. The Chulifdinth. I think. So we're going to solve the mystery of why the reports have stopped coming. Maybe they just got really lazy. Okay. Looks like the entrance there. So the dwarves built this thousands of years ago. They be gone for thousands of years. People are in here researching. This is a ruin for sure. Lights are still on though. Hey folks. Okay, so this is Edwina's friend. Oh, I had a letter for him. I should have read the letter first. Let's read the letter before we hand it to him. It says, the bearer of this note, Dorcas Malorcas, has provided useful service and shown considerable resourcefulness. I've employed Dorcas in retrieving an item from Arkingthan, so you can count on him for some familiarity with Dwemer ruins. If you have a place, I believe Dorcas Malorcas will give you satisfaction. If you have any luck, perhaps you'll use the bearer to send a note my way. Oh, this is another note. This is the note from Kai's friend. Did Edwina give us a note? No. Yeah, it's ash from the volcano. The whole island's a giant volcano is what it is. And everything's slowly being buried. Since the dwarves weren't around to shovel anymore. Okay. So we gave him Hasfat's letter. And he says, sorry, he doesn't have an excavation report for Edwina. Everything's fine. They've just had a few setbacks. Their guide, Anus Vendu, is missing. He was taking notes for their next excavation report, and he must have taken it with him when he disappeared. Somehow he must have gotten into the lower levels. Would I try and find him? Sounds good. And who are you? You're Senilius's daughter?
What can I do for you?
She's worried about this guy. Right before he left for the lower levels, he kept saying something about the test of pattern. I hope he is all right. Well, while we're here, let's see if there's anything good to take off the shelves. We got a whole dining set that the dwarves left behind.
I see I stand in good company.
What else is here? Oh, we've got a key. That is good. It'll make things a little easier on us. Anything on this shelf over here? Cogs. Yeah, everything weighs 1,000,000 pounds. It's ridiculous. And you'll see a cog and you'll be like, oh, it's worth $100. That's great. Unfortunately, it weighs 50 pounds. Oh, we got another telescope here. Like in the last one we were in. Okay. So it looks like there's nothing too interesting in this end. Which means we're going to have to go deeper. Got a dwarven bedroom. The nice twin there. Maybe a single. Guess it depends on what the dimensions of... That's probably a single, isn't it? Test of pattern. Okay. Let's see. We've got some cranks. And that's it. Well, clearly we are going to turn some cranks and see what works. Okay, well, that hurt us. So we're going to be punished for the incorrect combination. So it's not 1. Okay. So 3. Oh. Crank seems to be stuck. We opened 1. Let's try one again. Nope. Rank seems to be stuck. Alright. Looks like that's the only one that's working for us. I thought it was going to be a puzzle. I hear robots. Hopefully we can find that guide, and he hasn't gotten himself killed yet. Better have an axe, because I see a robot crawling over. We got another robot here. Probably don't want to float around down there. That looks like there's just lava. Might float up there, but let's check down here first. Robots! Oh, dead guy. My journal has been updated. What does it say? I found Anus Vendu's body. Alright. So I got the report. Alright, what does the report say? They've turned up very little in the last few days, but everything seems as clean and undisturbed as the day they first opened the doors. He knows there are unexplored depths because he can feel machinery still running down there, but he can't get to it. He says the secret of pass wall was lost a generation ago, but with some of those scrolls they could have gotten to those lower levels. He says good news. He discovered that Mizullift is the proper name for a large Dwemer ruin south of Dagon Fell. Be careful not to confuse them with the ruins of Nchadark nearby. Last of the Dwemer Centurion spiders in the upper levels was disabled and dismantled for study. Wishes we could study them while they were still active, but that is too dangerous. He also heard a strange story about a Centurion spider that they captured and sent back to Cyrodiil, which is the capital province of the Empire. That's where the Emperor lives. Said the ship captain he hired wrote that the spider nearly broke through its cage several times while near Vardenfell, but once he left the Sea of Ghosts, the Centurion suddenly stopped working. What happened next shows that he had more wits than I gave him credit for. He ordered the ship turn around, and as soon as they approached Vardenfell again, the Centurion began moving just as suddenly. Curious phenomenon that deserves more investigation. So Vardenfell is the island we're on, and this is the Sea of Ghosts here. It's between Vardenfell, the island, and the mainland, I believe. Alright, well, what else is down here? Probably some treasure. Try picking some locks. This one's not too complicated, even though I'm really bad at lock picking. I have confidence. Okay, I used up a lockpick. That's alright, I've got lots. And if I get bored, I can just use my spell to open it. I'm really good at picking locks, apparently. Come on. I believe in you, Dorcas. Nope. Alright, we're just going to use spells. That's fair. Oh, we got Dwarven boots to match our Dwarven cuirass. And it's definitely better. Better boots than I'm currently wearing, and far more stylish. Yeah, we look good. We look really good. Yeah, I should work on my speechcraft, Oprah. Yeah, it's pretty low. Super useful skill. I gotta find some really gullible farmers or something to practice on. So I'm going to use telekinesis here so that I can interact with this chest from far away and set off the trap without getting hurt. Oh, and I got Greaves too. We are upgrading all my armor. Oh my god. The Dwarven armor looks so ridiculous. I feel like I'm going to be going to the moon. Treasure in the kegs. Take that. Anything good here? Some regular old goblets, empty shelves. Got a big old closet with just some scrap metal in it. Big old cogs. Guess we're going to be levitating up that central opening because I did not see any way out of there. Levitate. Let's see what's up here. So we've got some kegs full of scrap metal. I see a robot over there, so we're going to get our axe out. Yeah, you can really ruin your relationship with people by trying to use flattery when you're not very good at flattery. That looks like it for up here. Guess we're going to have to go back up. All right, let's report in. Their poor guide is dead, killed by a robot. Oh, yeah, it's we'll go look. This thing here? Yeah, there's no way to open it. And these things just hurt me to touch. Don't think there's any more to it. This one's stuck. That would be nice. I do have my Induces Open Door spell. And I made a more powerful unlock spell for myself called Dorcas Unlockus, which can get me into any lock. I got the excavation report. Interesting. So the book I found down there is written in 2 different languages and might be the translation key we need to understand the Dwarven language. Hooray!
If you care to talk, I would consider it a privilege.
She doesn't care about dwarves,
You
she
want
says. All right. So let's zip ourselves back to Aldrune and report in. God, we look cool. We're going to have to sell all the armor we were using before, though. Yeah. This is the best. I love Dwarven armor. Cliff Racer! Let's find a weapon shop, or at least somewhere that will buy weapons from me. Or armor, I should say. Get rid of that old stuff. Okay, I'm not using those boots or those greaves anymore. And it doesn't look like you have anything that I would want to use.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Alright, Edwina, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Give her the excavation report. Here you go. I'll ask her about the book I found too. If I can find a scholar of the Dwemer who knew Aldmeris, who might be able to translate portions of the Dwemer text, it's priceless in the right hands. So she wants me to go to Mizulif and look for some blueprints. So that's southwest of Dagon Fell. Go bring back any plans or blueprints I find.
Share your
Whoops. Looks like I've got some already. Do I? I must have found those somewhere else. I don't see any. Alright, must just be bugged. Alright. So I'm going to go to
share your
Mizulif,
that I enjoy the company.
which is near Dagon Fell, they said? Okay. Dagon Fell is right here-ish. Possibly up here. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I've got to go to, I think, Sadrith Mora and take a boat. So, Sadrith Mora. Actually, we'll see if we can unload any of our loot here.
Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Got 400 gold, which means you can pay me for these.
I'm
All
sure
right,
you can
anyone
manage
else?
that.
Greetings, honored friend.
Good to see
No one
you.
else selling
Searching
anything?
for
Except
spells?
you are. Don't need those amulets. Don't need that book. Or that book. I do want to hang on to Hanging Gardens. I don't need those scrolls. Alright.
Should
That
you need
clears
something,
out
can I?
a bit of my inventory. I've got a pretty decent amount I can still carry.
Yes.
Gotta cut through here. And go down to the docks. Excuse me. Constantly casting this refresh spell is leveling my restoration up like crazy.
Find someone else to bother.
I think we have to go through this building over here. So we're in a Telvanni town right now, Sadrith Mora. And you'll notice that the Telvanni grow all of their houses out of mushrooms. Pretty cool. Excuse me, I need to get through here. Okay. There's the dock, which also appears to be grown out of a mushroom. Too bad it's so foggy. It looks much cooler when it's clear. Alright, let's go up to Dagon Fell. So Dagon Fell is about as far north as you can get. We'll talk to the locals a bit, see what's going on. Tell me about Dagon Fell. It was a Nord settlement thousands of years ago until the Dunmer drove the Nords from Morrowind. Then the dwarves built a city here, and the village was built on the ruins of the Dwemer city. So Nord fishermen have returned here since the Empire took over. Alright. Just as there's an ancient helm locked away in some ruins to the west. We got a trade house. We got an agent who's here to investigate the disappearance of a scholar. There's a Nord wizard named Sorkvild the Raven, who lives in a wizard's tower east of town. Everyone thinks he's super crazy. Maybe we'll go visit him. Guess there are dwarven ruins all over the island. What does the guard have to say? Doesn't have anything new to say about Sorkvild. But I think we're going to go visit Sorkvild. Sorkvild has something extremely useful that we might want. But we're going to go to the trade house here. We're going to try and sell some stuff. They've got 150 gold, which isn't much. Sarnir the clerk. All right, tell me about Sorkvild. I want to know about Sorkvild. So he's known to the local people as a necromancer. His tower is east of town, and he has from time to time tried to engage me in conversation on various topics, including Clavicus Vile and his legendary second era servant, Ngasta the Slowed. He's charming and personable, but I do not trust him. All right. So this guy is a savant, which means he basically has a crazy amount of information on basically everything we can ask about. We're going to ask about the Dwemer. Since we are researching them, both for Trebonius's mission and for Edwina. So Dwemer literally means the deep or deep-counseled or secretive people. The fabled lost dwarven race whose ruins and splendid artifacts are scattered across the continent. The elves use the term dwemer. Imperial usage is dwarven, which is derived in fable from the affectionate regard of the giant races for their little dwemer friends. Dwemer artifacts. They're valuable but protected under Imperial law, and trade in such artifacts is illegal. Dwarven weapons and armor have superb craftsmanship, and they have great collector value. That's great. That's about all I need to know right now. Let's go visit Sorkfeld. Sorkfeld lives east of town in a tower. Yeah. Got a nice sunset happening. So Sorkfeld sounds like an interesting guy, and I want to go talk to him. What are you talking about? I'm just wearing it for its collector's value. Basically just a big walking violation of Imperial law wearing this thing. And I think this is where Sorkfeld lives. Yes, Sorkfeld's tower. Let's have a chat with him. Whoop. Okay, his goons are attacking me.
You should have picked an easier opponent.
Well, that's not very polite.
Now you die!
My attributes have been damaged. That's not good. Which ones? Must be my intelligence. Let's fix that before we go on. Okay, I have fixed my intelligence. That lady made me dumb. What does she have that's worth taking? That robe is great. And a dwarven sword. This guy has a dwarven mace I'm going to take. And bone mold armor, which isn't that great, although it looks super cool. I love the look of the bone mold stuff. Hey man, are you going to attack me on sight? Yep. What have you got? You have an extremely valuable sword and useless armor. Take these coins. Well, these people are quite rude. Ooh, there are some schematics. Lots of limeware. I may come back and collect that.
You should have picked an easier opponent.
Alright. Sorkfeld, come on. I just wanted to talk to you. Yeesh. Well, that's the end of poor Sorkfeld. He's got an axe that's not worth taking. But he does have the Mask of Clavicus Vile. Clavicus Vile is a Daedric Lord. That must be it. Anyway, this armor is great. It increases my personality by 30 points when I wear it, and it has a really good armor rating. My current armor rating for my helm is only 27. This one has 122. It makes me look really cool and serious. It gives me a cool beard. And because it raises my personality, it means people like me a lot more when I wear it. So thank you, Sorkfeld. Yes, my ability to deal with others and how much they like me. It's one of my primary attributes. So this just it's a magical helmet that makes me more likable. We got a ghoul heart. What else can we take? Valuable books. Got a skeleton in the corner. We have a Daedric dagger, which is good. Lots of good loot. Books about corpse preparation. He's got some dead bodies on the shelf. Couple more ghoul hearts. He's got all sorts of good stuff in here. What a creep. Well, Clavicus Vial is an evil Oprah. It's, the Daedra are kind of, they're more Lovecraftian than evil. Their minds just don't work the same ways ours do. Anyway, I look really cool. I'm gonna unload a bunch of my extra weight if I can at the shop here in town. Have a good night, Oprah. Thanks for coming out. Okay, how do I get to the shop?
No worries. I won't hurt you. Ask your question.
Who's fighting? Oh, he's fighting a big beetle. Alright. Just gonna stay out of that one. Is there actually a way through this wall at some point? You'd think they make the shops accessible. Okay, the shop's over here. Hopefully he's got a bit of cash and can buy a bunch of my stuff. So he says about Sorkville the Raven, thank you for getting rid of him. Alright. He's got 700 bucks. Alright. That's pretty good. So I am going to have to get rid of this equipment when I get back down south. Drop it in my big storage pile. But we are looking for Mizzulift. So let's go to Mizzulift. Find some Dwarven schematics or blueprints. So it's like just over the hill here. I might just levitate over. Make it easier. Oh wow, it really is right here. Okay. Just have to find the entrance. Looks like it's down there. Got a netch floating there. They are usually not hostile. He looks like he's going to leave me alone, but there is a cliff racer. I hate those things. Gotcha. Big statue of a dwarf here. Probably not life-sized. Okay. Let's check it out. Oh, hey. Who are you?
Will bring me great honor.
Jerk. It's got an orcish axe, which is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. We orcs make good equipment. Okay, we got scarab plans. Level 40 locked, and it is trapped. So let's unlock it. What is she doing? Oh, she's attacking me. Goodbye. You have an orcish warhammer, which is great. Again, worth lots of money. Packs a punch, though. Wow. Just got a whole gang of orcs in here who are mad I came in. You have a key. I will take that. What else have we got? The Egg of Time. Interesting. I'm gonna grab that book. That seems super important. So this is a trapped chest. So I'm going to use telekinesis to set the trap off from a distance. Got 25 coins, and we are almost completely decked out in Dwarven armor, folks. Need another shoulder piece. Better get my axe out. Are you going to attack me? Alright. You've got orcish axe I'm going to take. What's in your barrels? Gold. Oh, we got another guy. See if he notices us. Okay. Now, if I were a medium armor guy, this would be great for me. Because this is all orcish stuff. I don't know how much more I can carry. Yeah, I'm just going to have to put it in a pile on the ground. So it doesn't disappear when his corpse degrades. But I'm specializing in heavy armor, so the orcish stuff isn't as good as the dwarven stuff I'm currently wearing. Looks like I had the key for that. Yeesh. He is now. What did you think he was wearing under his armor? Hey, man. We didn't have to do that. I am just about at the limit of what I can carry. More coins. Empty shelf. Alright. Levitate. Let's check it out. Is there anything up? Doesn't look like there's anything up. We gotta make sure we don't fall into the lava here. So I think this is the same one we saw downstairs. Yeah. Yeah, there he is in his undies again. Okay. So we have cleared Mzulift, and we can return to Edwina in Aldaroon by casting Recall. Which brings us to the temple in Aldaroon, where we set our Mark spell. Another foggy day. Okay, let's see what she says.
How about sharing the wealth? I've lots to show you.
So I got Scarab plans and Scarab schematics. I'm not sure if she's going to take both.
I enjoy the company.
So she took the plans. Okay. Exactly what she was looking for. She says they appear to be plans for some kind of large metal insect. All right. And I'll tell her about this Egg of Time book. She says it's puzzling to her, and I might want to ask Hasfat Antibolus in Balmora. I will do that. All right. She says she heard that miners in the Nisus egg mine broke into the ruins of Bethamez. She says officially the Nisus egg mine is closed because of blight, but she heard it's because the miners broke into the lost Dwemer ruin of Bethamez. She's also heard that they found Dwemer plans similar to the blueprints I brought before. Go to Nisus and bring back any plans or blueprints I find. All right. So we are going to go to Nisus and see what they found. But first, we are going to go to Caldera, where Creeper is, and where... Can I sleep in here? Okay, good. And where I've got my big pile of stuff that I'm trying to sell. We're just going to rest a few hours to make sure that Creeper has money because the inventory of the merchants resets. You had a disturbing dream. You can only recall one part. A tall figure with a golden mask led you among the dead as though through a wedding celebration. You heard many voices, but no lips moved. You strained to breathe, but your chest didn't move. The tall figure spoke with each figure as he passed among them, laughing and joking, as if they were alive, but they made no reply. You tried to cry out, but without breath your tongue fluttered in vain. I'm sure that's just a regular old dream. No biggie. Nothing to do with anything. So, to Caldera.
What can I do for you today?
You honor me. Do you wish to do business?
And we're going to go to Gorak Manor. where Creeper is. He is the secret scamp merchant. Has lots of money, which makes selling things very convenient. And I've got a pile of loot that I've just got sitting here. Because although he does have $5,000 every time his money refreshes, I have way more than $5,000 worth of equipment. So it doesn't take long to get rid of his entire inventory of cash. Yeah, so I can get rid of these 2 axes. What else can he buy from me without running out of money? Bunch of coins. No, not that many coins. How many coins? He can take about 20. Yeah, 30. See if that does it. Too many. Need to take back 10 of these coins. Okay. We cleared them out, which means we are going to keep adding to the pile of crap on the floor here. Eventually, I will get a house, and I will have somewhere to store all this stuff. But for now, it's all got to go on the floor. And the rest I'm going to hold on to because I can probably find merchants that will buy it, who have enough cash for it. I may take the Warhammer. The weapon seller here in town might have enough money to buy it from me. Let's find out. I don't think he's too far from here. There you are. He might buy that. Okay, good. He will buy that. Perfect. Okay. So now I am going to go back to Aldaroon with my recall spell. I'm going to take the Silt Strider to Nisus. And we are going to see what's going on in the mine. Okay, up the ramp. Nisus, please. All right. So apparently the mine is closed. See if we can ask around about it. Just an egg miner, eh?
A warm welcome to you.
Tell me about the egg mine. You have anything interesting to tell me? All right. Nothing interesting to tell me. See if we can get in the mine. Or if we have to talk to the mayor. I forget. So what do we got here? Cave dwellings. Where's the mine, though? That looks like the entrance.
Go ahead.
Hello.
What do you need?
It's locked, and yes, I have the key, and if he liked me more, he might let me in. Alright. It's $100. Change your mind. I'm not supposed to let anyone in, but I'm not so bad. I did just give him $100. Take the key, but don't tell Darius I gave it to you. Darius is the local Legion commander. Alright. Maybe we'll even cure the queen while we're in here. If we run into her. If she's actually blighted, at least. Right.
A warm welcome to you.
Okay. Danger. Right. Don't know if we should be talking to anyone. See if we can find the queen and the ruins. Got some more eggs down here. They look tasty. So where does this go? Lower egg mine. Won't go down there yet. Oh, we got rats? Come on. Rats shouldn't be in the egg mine. Got here. Little pool. Did it go anywhere? Must just be for swimming between shifts. Alright, into the lower egg mine. Not supposed to be here. He's going to count to 10, and if I'm still here when he's gone, I'm going to be in big trouble.
And what is your business here?
I'm going to go cure the queen. Kill her warriors. They grow back pretty quick. So she's blighted. Oh, he's hitting me, huh? I just want to cure the queen, man. Calm yourself. Might be able to calm him. I have a spell for that. Relax, man. Just trying to help the queen. Alright, goodbye. I'm not gonna murder a police officer for no reason. Basically just a security guard. Would cause way too much trouble. Got a dead body down here. Lugrub's axe. What is that about? Feel like I've stumbled upon some kind of plot. Anything further down here? Oh, we got a Kwama warrior. It's okay. The queen spits these out pretty regularly. It's not gonna hurt the hive to kill them. Come on, get up there. Have to levitate. Don't quite have enough magic yet to do it. Alright, here we go. Nope, not here. Where are we gonna go? Perhaps in here. Oh no. Don't want to run out of breath. Where am I? Uh-oh. Burned out torch. Storybook. Alright. Well, I think that is the end of my adventure for this week. We are going to have to discover the lost Dwarven ruins next time. I will be streaming again on Sunday, continuing the adventures of Dorcas Malorcas as he explores Morrowind, gets to know the locals, and has some fun along the way. We've been unraveling the mysteries of the dwarves tonight, and it has been pretty good. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will catch you again on Sunday, hopefully. Have a good night, all.